This place is great though. It is an awesome stopping point though. I am so impressed.
We are Don and Lisa, the camper couple, and we're on a cross-country journey called the Route 64 Tour.
Here in eastern North Carolina, the main thing is farmland, just like here at the Farm Country Campground. Quick little run, quick stop.
Yeah, I'm getting some ice started. We didn't really do what we normally do as far as camp breakdown, and we're not going to set up as much as we normally do. This place is great though. It is an awesome stopping point though. I am so impressed.
Yeah, I'm glad we stopped here.
Country Farm Campground. It is fantastic in Plymouth, North Carolina, Williamston, North Carolina.
Yeah, we just set all that stuff in the floor. And
it's just these three things. And my favorite thing about a camper, like you always have heard me say, is the counter space. We really do have great counter space, but this ice maker is wonderful.
Though our time was limited, we had to visit the town of Plymouth, North Carolina, where we saw a replica of the Cornfield Ironclad ship known as the CSS Albemarle at the Port O Plymouth Museum. Many say that this was the most pivotal point of the entire Civil War. The CSS Albemarle was the Confederate Army's greatest chance at victory, and its destruction in October of 1864 pretty much ensured their ultimate defeat. The whole story has been preserved in the Port O Plymouth Museum, which holds one of the most extensive collections of Civil War artifacts. Every last weekend in April, Plymouth hosts the Living History Weekend, where the streets come alive with Civil War reenactments and great history lessons. Just a short way down the road is the Roanoke River Lighthouse and Maritime Museum. These are also really great things to see, but we just didn't have the time to do it on this trip.
The man named Winston Churchill made a statement that really sticks with me, and that is that those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. I invite you to really study the role that Plymouth played in the Civil War, and you can learn so much by just looking back at the records and seeing what really took place. There were many people in Plymouth that did not support the Confederate Army. In fact, over 1,000 men were willing to join the Union Army from Plymouth. I've got a link down in the description that will tell you the story of the town of Plymouth in the Civil War. There's many things that are been very generalized about the Civil War. The Civil War did have to do with slavery. It did, but that was really the tip of the iceberg. If you really look back to about 1830, you'll see where the fissure of North and South really began. The truth is that only about 5% ever owned a single slave. So 700,000 people died because of 5% of the population that owned slaves. That's a very tragic thing, and something should have been done. I believe that the Civil War is something that could have been avoided had people been willing to talk and compromise and really understand each other. Those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
We're a little bit off the path right now. This is not part of the Route 64 tour. This is down in Washington, North Carolina. Not Washington, D.C., Washington, North Carolina. Little port town on the Sound. We're surrounded by boats.
Incredible view.
Washington, North Carolina is such a charming, beautiful waterfront town. We loved walking through the park and the marina and the gorgeous boardwalk that they have set up here. There are all kinds of wonderful shops and restaurants, and we really had to debate before deciding where we were going to have dinner. We settled on Grub Brothers, and it did not disappoint. It was really, really good, reasonably priced, and we really enjoyed our evening here in Washington, North Carolina.
Right across the street from the Farm Country Campground is the place called Deadwood. So we decided to check it out, and boy were we surprised.
Out at Deadwood, this is the place that we kind of stumbled upon on the way back from the Outer Banks, and we have come to love it. It's very much a work in progress, but I'm so curious to see what they do with it. You can look around and you can see there's all kinds of construction going on, lots of projects, and it's slowly coming together, but it's very cool, very cool.
I'm getting the yellow belly sapsucker. I think they put gold in the table. So it'd be like gold brush.
Oh, that is cool.
Welcome to our bonus segment called Off the Path, where we tell you about places that are really fun to see but are not part of the Route 64 tour. In this episode, we showed you the port town of Plymouth and the port town of Washington. There's another port town that's got port right in its name, and that's the town of Southport.
We are at Moore Street Market. This is the restaurant from Safe Haven. The movie Safe Haven. I just wanted to come and check it out.
You can check out the beautiful waterfront. Get a tasty treat from the trolley stop. And check out many of the unique gift shops in downtown Southport. You're just a short ways away from the Oak Island Lighthouse, which is the most southern lighthouse in North Carolina. You can take a ferry boat ride across the Cape Fear River over into Fort Fisher, where the aquarium is, and many beaches. Even though it's not part of the Route 64 tour, it's still a really great place to see.
I really like this place. This will be a do again. That was fun.
Once it all comes out of your black tank, once it all comes out, if you want to do it right, once it all comes out, flush with gray water and your hose will be much cleaner once it all comes out. As we leave the beautiful farm country of the coastal plains, in our next video, we take you completely to the mountains of North Carolina to see one of the most famous parts of the Route 64 tour, Lake Lure. There we join family for a great boat tour and zipline adventure. Stay tuned for bloopers, and until next time, happy camping.
Testing, testing, testing. This is good. Man, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. Ugh. I hate mosquitoes. On the sound, we're surrounded by boats in this park. It's pretty nice. Was running. Oh my word. She just jumped about a mile high because the horn blew on the boat.
It startled me.